don't know if you can hear me or not. I'm testing some things out, my audio. Try to see if I can get it louder or whatever. It looks like it's doing pretty good. I'm going to play a little bit of Don't Starve. I was going to stream today on Twitch, but some things came up again, like normal. And I wasn't able to today. But right now I'm in the game. I'm going to try to go through some things. You can't see my pointer, but I'm going to try to see if I can show, not so much a tutorial, but just kind of a walkthrough so you can know kind of how to get started on the game. This world is not very old. I've done a few things, and I've got one mod on here, and it's called Too Many Items, which means you can get any item in the game without having to craft it or, go and get whatever. You can just, have it. But I'd like to show some things on here about how, what you need to do. Like the mechanics, like what are you supposed to do? How are you supposed to work things? How do things work? Sort of thing. So, I'm going to unpause it. And this is a fairly new thing. It used to be that you couldn't pause the game, but the pause that they put on there last year is like amazing. Like it was a game changer. But I'm gonna unpause the game and I'm gonna go on this little thing right down at the bottom right, where it looks like a scroll kind of paper or whatever. That's the map, and the map shows you pretty much everything you need to see or whatever. You go. I can move the map with the little arrows down there that you see how I'm highlighting everything. This is the map. These are the arrows. You can use those, or you can use your mouse or whatever. It'll show you all the places that you've been. Right now I've been just kind of running around aimlessly, and it'll show you certain things on the map that you may be looking for. The different zones and everything, and things that you may have built. Like here, this little spiral thing here is where you what's called spawn in, which means that's where you start. And I've already put some things there and whatever. And then you've got things like wormholes that if you jump inside those, it'll take you to another part of the map. You got sinkholes, will take you underground into the caves. Sinkholes are that little pile of rocks right there in the center. I wish I could get my pointer on here. Then you got ponds, and you got little what's called set pieces, and they're just like not quite ordinary things. You got beehives. You got all kinds of trees. You got berry bushes and things like that. You'll need a lot of this stuff later on. So we're going to go out of here. We're going to unpause the game so you can actually see what the game looks like. Alright, so here I am. Don't mind all this mess. This is me being silly. What we're going to do, and I've got what's called a top hat, but I've got a skin on it, which means I've changed what it looks like. And I can take this off over here and put it in my inventory. I've got this right here. If you look on the back, on her back, it's a little bag. That's what this is. It's a backpack. And the one that she's got on is called a Krampus sack. I used my mod to get that. Normally it's just a backpack and it doesn't have as many slots in it. But that's what this is. It just carries more stuff. And this is just your regular stuff, I guess they put in their pockets or something. I don't know. But we're going to go around the world. This biome, there's several different biomes. This biome is the grassy area. This is what I call the grassy area. I have my own name for biome. Okay. So he's chasing me. This is called a beefalo, and he's chasing me because it is spring. And spring is mating season for these guys, and if you get close to them, they don't like it. So if you run just a little bit, they tend to, and you'll know because his His little hindquarters are red. um, but yeah, it's in springtime. They don't really like people being close to them or anything. And that's called a beefalo. And then we got manure right here, and they poop or whatever, and that's good for like growing vegetables and things like that, which you would normally use manure for. And then over here we got grass. Let's pick some grass. That's all you do. Just click on it and pick some grass. And you need lots and lots of grass. So when you first spawn in, you want to grab a lot of this, as much of this as possible. And then you can also see where it says equip. This is a regal shovel. This is not the normal shovel. This is one that you make with gold instead of flint. And I'll show you that a little bit later. And then it says right here, you see where it says dig. So we're going to dig this. And it's going to give me a grass tuft. Pick that up. I can take this over to my camp or anywhere. So you want to grab, about 2 or 3 stacks of them. I think about 20 or so of these from around the world. And you just click on it, take it, and it'll say plant. You can plant them in your thing and in your base. And then you're going to need some rot or manure. Let's take some of this manure. And we're going to fertilize this so that it grows back up. And every so often you're going to need to re-fertilize it, but it's not very often. Okay, so after a little bit, this is going to grow up to be like this. And you'll have it right there in your camp for supplies. You can do the same thing with, you see here's the edge of the map. Can't go any further, you can't jump in there or anything. You can get boats and go out on the sea. It's so cool. This right here is a collapsed rabbit hole. You can dig this up and see if there's anything in here. Oh, it's a bunny. Alright, so let's just go around. Be careful, give these guys plenty of room. That looks like the daycare. And then this is what I was telling you, the sinkhole. And bats come out of sinkholes and they're really annoying. They will attack you, they'll chase you, but all you do is just run a little bit and the beefalo will take care of them for you because they got into their area. And we'll just keep going. Oh, this is a nice set piece. This is one you got to be careful about because it'll set itself on fire. We'll come back to that a little bit later. Alright, let's check every so often you want to check your map to see where you are and where you want to go. You can check your map as many times as you want. Now it pauses the game when you do that, so it's perfectly safe. Except for if you're playing with other people. If you're playing solo, pausing it is very safe. Or going into your map is safe. We got some seeds. You can plant a garden, pick seeds and put the seeds in there, or you can eat them. They don't do very much for hunger, but in a pinch, if you have enough of them, they help you out. And then we've got these guys, spiders. You got these kinds of spiders, and then you've also got what's called warrior spiders, which have more health. And this is their, what's called their spider den. You don't want to get too close because they are very territorial. They will defend their area and they will come after you. And if you have enough of them, they're going to come after you. A lot of them will, and you'll be overwhelmed and get what's called stun locked, which means you can't move and they're just going to keep hitting you. Okay, so now it's nighttime. You have to have some kind of a light source at nighttime. I happen to have a miner hat. I can do this, or I can use what's called a lantern. Both of these are crafts that you can do. So we can put that away, and all you do is just, you see where it says equip or non-equip or whatever, you can unequip or whatever, you can do that. Eat some more seeds, because I really don't need them. And it's starting to rain. You can either make an umbrella or a eyebrow. There's all kinds of crafts, and the crafts that you can make are over here. And click on that. You can make axe, and it'll tell you what the craft is. Twigs and flint. And you can make a pickaxe. All of this stuff you can make. You have to have the ingredients for it though, but you can definitely make all these. Most of these are not very expensive as far as crafting. You don't really need a whole lot of stuff that's going to be hard to get. This is your light sources and things like that. The reason why I don't have a whole lot of these on here is because you have to, a lot of things, to be able to see them, to be able to see the craft, you have to be by what's called an alchemy engine or a science machine. Science machine is probably the first thing you want to make. So now that we're done, here's what the eyebrow looks like. And it keeps you from getting wet, and it keeps you from getting zapped by lightning. Then you got your bees. These bees, when the springtime comes, they will attack you all the time. But come autumn, they won't attack you unless you attack them. And they do what bees do. And there's these paths that you can go down that lead to, sometimes they lead to stuff, other times they lead past stuff, other times they don't lead to anything. So you can either go down the path or not. And I'm going to check again to see where I am. Where do I want to go? I'll show you the entrance. Let's see, where can we find the spiral there? I think this is it right here. Alright, we're going to go over there. Over here, let me show you how to chop a tree down. This is, I'm going to equip that. And these are basic things. These are things you learn as soon as you get into the game. You just chop it down and pick up the logs. And once you're done with that, if you want to, you can use your shovel and dig it up and get you an extra log. This right here is a walking cane. This is like further along. This is something you get further along. I just did this so I could show you easily and quicker. The eyebrow also, you have to fight a really big boss in order to get this eyebrow, and we'll go through all of that. I'll show you spawn, and then I think we're going to end it. I don't want to make these videos very long. But I just want to show you what you do as soon as you come into the game. This is something different. This is the stagehand, and we'll get into all that later. Stuff like this is just extra stuff. This is not stuff that you're ever going to need to deal with to play the game or whatever. Alright, let's go to, I think we're close. Yep, we're right here. A little bit further over. And this, I have this set up. This is what Alchemy Engine is. This has a skin on it. This is not what it normally looks like. And this is where you see how, like, if I walk away, you see most of you, just check this out. This side out. This will show you, like, as soon as you get closer to the Alchemy Engine, all these new crafts come up, and this is the things that you can make if you have the let's say ingredients for it. And also you can open your presents here. Here's a present up here. Let's open and see what we get. A beard. I don't think I'm gonna need that. But I do need to get something to eat. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here. And we're going to get some berries. And you just click on them and she'll grab some berries. Very easy controls. I'm still learning how to do it on PC. I started I learned this game on console, and PC and console, the controls are really different. The mechanics are kind of different, so, but it's okay. It's still, I mean, super fun. There are pros and cons for both. I like the console because of there's no mods and you have to play vanilla, so you really learn how to play the game really well. And I feel like I could do a modded thing simply because I have learned vanilla and I really know how to do the game. I'm not very good at some things, but you know, nobody's good at everything in any game. So, and this is a gobbler. Those gobblers are harmless. But they will in the daytime. He's scared now, but in the daytime they will eat your berries. They'll come out and eat your berries, so you have to either kill them or run them off. So you get some berries, and I'll show you how the crock pots work. Alright, I'm going to go over here. Once you make crock pot, this is one of the things you make early game. So I'm going to take these. I'm going to put these, and you have to have 4 things in each recipe. Cook. Everything has to have 4 things, either meats or vegetables, berries, fillers. You'll see all that after a bit. And I'm going to put one more in there, and then I'm just going to, or you could do it like this. You can just put it in there and then click on cut. Alright, then you have to harvest them. So just click on it again. A lot of the stuff is just clicking on it. It's not really difficult to to do. I think it's probably why I caught on so quick, because it's not hard. Okay, and then eat. You see this up here. Let's see. 59, that's her hunger. So she's not doing too good on hunger. And for this character, if her hunger gets low, she's a very fast crafter. She can craft all this stuff extremely fast. But if her hunger gets below half, then she's very slow and she gets really slow. So you have to keep her fed. Okay, so she is good to go. I'll make a few more just so they're not just sitting in my inventory. Alright. Alright, so I got 2 left. Alright, oh, I see nighttime again. So we're gonna grab this. If you don't have any light or whatever, there's a spirit or whatever you want to call it named Charlie, and that's actually this character's sister. But she's a spirit, and she will come and attack you, and it's a really good attack. And she'll attack you, and you'll lose a lot of health, so you always have to be in the light. And all this stuff is in-game stuff. This is stuff that you can't just walk in and craft. But this right here is called a floored postern, or postern, postern, whatever you want to do. Right here, okay? This is where you spawn, and every time you come into the game or you enter a server, this is where you go. Or this is where, and none of this stuff will be here. All this stuff is stuff that I put here. It'll just be this right here. And you come out and you go around, and first thing you want to do is start gathering stuff. Start gathering twigs. Alright, so the rain has stopped, so we can take this off. And each character spawns in with certain things that they are known for, or things that are specific to them. Winona comes in with trusty tape. I don't have any right now. Oh, let me show you. Let me show you this. This is that wormhole I was telling you about. Let's see on the map what it looks like. See, this is... Hold on. Standard. Okay, see, that's what it looks like on the map. And what it does, if you jump into it, then you'll end up somewhere else, and hopefully it's not a bad place. Oh, not too bad. That's not too bad at all. Let me grab some twigs. Actually, there's berries right here. Pick some berries. And this is what you do. You get enough things for the things that you want to make or whatever. Like, say you want to make a fire pit. You go over here. This is what a fire pit is. It'll tell you fire pit, and this is what you need. You need 2 logs and 12 rocks. And you have to go to, if you haven't crafted it yet, then you have to go over to the alchemy engine and craft it and prototype it. But this is a skin. This is what it actually looks like. But this is a skin for it. I don't want to build it, and I don't have the rocks for it, but and so you just go around collecting this stuff if that's what you want to make. This is the crafting supplies for this, and everything on here has its own recipe for for what to make. The things that have the lock on it are things that you haven't made yet. The things that don't have a lock on it are things you have made yet. If they're highlighted, that means you have the supplies for it. If they're not highlighted, it means that you don't have the supplies for it. And there's something that you need to get. The white means that you have it, and the red means that you don't have it, or you don't have enough of it. See, like down here. Okay. So I think that's gonna be about it. There's all kinds of things to explore, all sorts of things to explore. Things like this you get to learn about and do the events for that and things. It's just so much to explore. It's an endless cycle of exploring. Some people explore everything, fight all the bosses. What's this for? You gotta find out. And then you got a pig house with pigs. Pigs are friendly. They get scared of you, but they won't attack you. You can go around them all. If you attack them, they will attack you. But if you don't, then they're friendly. They're just like, get away from me. Then you got your regular trees. And then you have your petrified trees. These will give you rocks and niter and things like that. These will give you logs. These guys fight all the time. The pigs don't like the spiders. And so every time they come out, they fight each other. This rock is going to be different from the other ones because this one, when you mine it, gives you gold. Rocks and gold. Oh, sounds like someone's fighting. I may have missed it. I think I missed it. And there's so much stuff. I mean, you go forever explaining these things. There's all kinds of tutorials and things on YouTube and stuff like that. So it's not gonna see. This one will give you just regular rocks and some flint. So this is not like an exhaustive tutorial on, on Don't Starve Together, because that would take forever. Even the people that do it like professionally or whatever, like the Beard and Jazzy, even those guys, like, awesome as they are and as much information as they put out there, as much awesome and like to the point information that they put out there on just this game alone is, I mean, there's still so much, because everybody's coming up with, there's so many people that are coming up with like cheats and cheeses and things like that. Oh, if you do it this way, then this happens, or if you know, you can do this and it'll help you better with that. And it just depends on your play style, what you want to do, or what you want to learn how to do and things like that. Me, I'm the type of person, I like to mega base, I like to farm, and I like to fight big bosses. There's other people that only like to fight big bosses. There's other people that like to do a lot of the side quests and things like that. I'm not really a side quest person. There's some people that like to, this is a lot of spiders. Don't stop. Just keep going. I'm just trying to get this put on my map. If you stop, you will easily get overwhelmed with that many spiders. And then there's lag. DST is notorious for lag. But yeah, there's all kinds of, these are mushrooms. There's different mushrooms do different things. You can replant mushrooms. You can, at your base or whatever, a mushroom planter, flowers that have been crystallized, I guess. Let's see. And you can have little followers, you can have little pets, you can have all kinds of things that you want. I've got some fireflies. You can refuel things with fireflies, add fuel. Okay. And fireflies work a whole lot better. There are things called light bulbs that you can find underground in the caves. But fireflies work much better and longer. They give you much more fuel and they work longer than the light bulbs. But the light bulbs are convenient because they spoil quickly and you can get a lot of rot from it, which means you can fertilize a lot of your plants and vegetables and things. This is something else too, a walrus camp. This, you have to fight the guy that spawns this in winter time in order to get this. Or to get the ingredients to craft this, basically. And you got carrots, pick carrots, got plant. I'm picking all this stuff. Me, I don't like seeing things laying on the ground. So everywhere I go, I always pick everything up. I don't know why. I don't need most of it, but yeah. But this is just kind of a easy, first look if you're brand new to the game. Just kind of the idea of it. Basically, you're stuck in this place. You come from one place and you get stuck in that postern thing that I showed you earlier where you spawn in at. You come in through there and you have to survive. This is the first time you've been here. You don't know what's going on. You have to survive. So you have to go around picking all these things, and then the more you play, the more things you learn, the more mobs and bosses you know what to mess with, what not to mess with, and the seasons change. You have to do different mechanics for different seasons, and there's just so much information and so much stuff to do, and it's so fun because you get to learn it all. And every little thing in this game has something about it. Something about it. I mean, twiggy trees, and then there's saplings, and these right here. If you pick a flower, it helps with your sanity. Picking flowers helps your sanity, and if you get enough of them, you can make yourself a nice little hat. I don't think there's going to be enough in this area though, so. And then the butterflies and the bees, they bring more flowers. And I think that's it. Trees, chopping trees. These are birch nut trees. These will give you birch nuts. If they're fully grown, they'll give you birch nuts, and you can cook them and eat those. So I think that's about it. I hope that soon, at least within the next month or so, I'll be able to get a schedule going on Twitch, and I'll be streaming in there. It'll be a lot more laid back. I know with this I sound a little bit like I'm talking to a 3-year-old, but that's just because I'm brand new at, this kind of thing. Not gaming, but, recording me gaming. Here's a frog. They're very territorial. They will lick you to death. But on the Twitch channel, hopefully I'll be a little more relaxed and laid back or whatever. But, yeah, hopefully you heard this and I wasn't talking to myself for the last 30 minutes. And yeah, check it out. Check out my Twitch. It's rockkandyart. And I put all my gameplay on rockkandyplay. And all my life stuff, like just chatting on Twitch, I put on rockkandylife. These are all YouTube channels, and so check out whichever one you like, whatever content you're interested in. And then rockkandyart is for my artwork. But yeah, this is going to go up on my unedited. It's just going to go up on my YouTube channel, rockkandyplays. And then hopefully within a month or so, I'll try to keep everybody updated on going on Twitch and having schedules and stuff like that. I still got a few things I gotta do, and I just got a job, so I gotta work out my schedule for that before I can know when I'll be able to stream and things like that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If there's anything you want to see, then just let me know. Leave a comment, subscribe, and I hope to see you guys again. I hope to see you guys in my Twitch channel. Come hang out. Bye.